Hi, I'm Ethan Tucker from Hadar. Let's kasher our sinks for Pesach. Kashering a sink is pretty straightforward, unless it's not. And let's go with the straightforward case. You've got a stainless steel sink, or something else made of metal, that is valid for kashering through pouring boiling water over it. First thing you got to do is clean out your sink. The faucet and any other knobs or valves that are a part of the sink apparatus. One of the places you're going to want to start is the catch, the drain at the bottom of the sink. Depending on its nature, it may be difficult to clean out. So if you can, that's great. If not, you may need to get a new one for Pesach, something that's made of a fine wire mesh that has little particles of food in there. That's the kind of thing you probably need to invest a few bucks in getting a new one. But otherwise, once you've got everything out of the drain, you're going to want to scrub down the whole surface of the sink. At that point, you let it sit for 24 hours, and then you take a kettle. A tea kettle is usually the easiest way to do this, and get the water to a boil. If you can't, for some reason, wait the 24 hours, you can also put some soap in the boiling water in order to make sure that it will neutralize anything it comes in contact with. And at that point, you just work carefully over the surface of the sink in order to cover every part of the surface with that boiling water. And after you're done, you'll then want to just rinse it with cold water from the tap. Now, if the sink is made of another material, like a ceramic material or something else that we don't traditionally kasher, and you don't have a good option of kashering it through boiling water. So in that case, you're going to have to just basically put distance between you and the surface. And there's a couple ways of doing that. You can get a special grate that you put on the bottom and then put in a sink insert, basically a wash basin with some kind of drain on the bottom. And that becomes kind of your sink within a sink for the duration of Pesach. Another option is you can cover the actual surface of the sink with maybe 1 or 2 layers of heavy-duty aluminum foil, which should be able to withstand the use that you'll put the sink through. Even if you're using heavy-duty foil to cover the bottom of the sink, you'll still want some kind of rack in there just to be able to do your dishes over the course of Pesach. Back in the Beit HaMikdash, in the temple, we're told that various vessels that were used for preparing the sacrifices, after you used them, they would be scrubbed and then v'shutaf b'mayim, and then rinsed off with cold water. And it seems that actually some of this practice is an echo of the ways in which our homes are our own temples. The vessels that we use in our kitchen are our best approximation today of what it is to offer a sacrifice to God. And this is connected in one of many ways to how Pesach today is this kind of sacred preparation of our kitchen to do something of a much more elevated nature. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please check out our other videos in this series on preparing your home for Pesach. And don't forget to consult our rich library of resources on this and many other topics at www.hadar.org.